think the reality check here, Jim, is bottom line is you don't know what you're making, right? And when until that inflation data comes out, you really don't know. And on top of that, don't you don't have to do all of that to understand that there's going to be a loss of the dollar, right, when inflation comes into play, right? So I think what hurts the most is when people take a loss inside the market and they make it back the next year and they tell themselves, oh, well, I'm still back to square one again. It's like, no, now you have 2.5 times 2. So you really lost 5% of your purchasing power in general. Okay.
Yeah.
And that goes to maximizing growth, right? But the other thing that I think that comes up a lot is when people talk about nominal rate of returns or what interest rates are out there. And truthfully, those are kind of a brainwashing mechanism, I'd say. There's something just to get in there because really, if someone's going to give you a fixed rate of return, okay, they're just taking your money to either loan it out, which is banks. It's all banks do, right? I mean, you're going to give your money to a bank in a CD, right, to lock it up for 4%. They're going to go freaking take it out to another bank, or they're going to take it out to that person and loan it out for 7 to 9% and make double off of what you're making.
Right.
So you can think that you're making everything all you want, but if someone else already knows that they'll take your money and give you a rate, then what does that tell you about what you can make?
Oh yeah.
Right. So they already know the inflation's coming. And I always say this, don't let the system beat you. Right. The system is the system. Okay. We won't go into who the system is or what.
It'd be another episode.
Yeah. Or a different type of episode other than financial, but
a spin-off of the retirement planning pipeline.
Yeah.
Soon.
The retirement planning systems.
That's right.
No, I mean, just like Social Security, right? You have to be able to utilize what you can do and maximize for yourself, not for the government, not for the companies out there, the corporations that tell you and have the advertisements to do it. Okay. All those things are misleading in some sort of way in their bias. Well, they're not misleading. They're biased. Okay. Yeah. They're biased for their own selves. They're biased to where if you put your money in, okay, they make money off you, obviously. Right. But they're biased because they're not telling you everything. And no advertisement for any certain company is going to tell you everything in blue fine print up top. There might be small print at the bottom. It might be a disclosure at the end. You have to understand that there's no real understanding of what rate of return you can get until that time comes about. And really taking the opportunity to really maximize your growth, because you can know one thing. There's always one thing guaranteed, and that's going to be taxes and inflation. It's going to happen, right? I mean, over history of time, you're going to have inflation and you're going to have taxes, no matter what you do, unless you're in a Roth IRA and you've got it back then. And I think Roth IRAs are absolutely amazing. And there's a reason why you can't put too much in there, right? But, there's ways that we as advisors and myself, that I think this is where I play a big part in helping my clients, is to be able to beat those systems and understand how to beat them, right? Find the loopholes, understand what way you can do legally, right? To be able to make the money that you can make and to be able to beat, right, the benchmark, or you could be able to beat the, whatever advisor you had over there or whatever they promised you, right? But you've got to figure out a way that you could take certain things, okay, and really monopolize off of how you can take them and create opportunities. And that's where I think that is most important out of our side as an advisor. If you meet with me, you'll understand that we want to be able to be actively managing portfolios to where I can always say, hey, I'm here, I'm calling you. I'm able to understand where certain sectors are, where certain markets are, where the news chains are. And that's super, super important. And if you're not getting those calls from advisors and trying to change plans on where the wind's blowing, and I go back to this, Jim, because, wow, that was good. Where the wind's blowing, right, and how to shift your sales, that is one of the most important things possible in retirement, because your sale is going the opposite direction.
All right.
You're literally all your life, your sale was going forward. right? Because you're plugging in money, your 401ks, your IRAs, your income's coming in, your debt's getting paid off. Now the boat is turning around. You now have to use the money and you don't have income coming in anymore. Whether you're planning for retirement in 10 years or you're planning for it now or from 2 years behind, it all matters. Every single part of it matters. Even if you're 25, 30 years old and you're planning now, you need to be able to capitalize off growth, especially when you need to compound. These things matter every single day in the market. Every single day the market's open, every single day that your life is here, right? Having an advisor to be able to do that with is what one of my personal I would say strategies that I really, and that's just because I care. Okay. Obviously I care about all my clients, but because it matters and you can do it. You're able to do it. I think that's the cool part about it. It's like a math equation, right? There is a solution.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think a lot of times people just ride the wave because it's the easiest thing to do. Oh, well, let's just keep you an ETF AB. It's fine. We're all good. It'll come back one day. It's like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Oh, well, this fund has created 25% of growth. We're going to stay with it. Guys, come on.
Yeah.
What's the probability that, anybody can say this, okay? What's the probability if any security goes up more than that percentage, that it comes back down a little bit? The probability is higher than what it was.
Right.
Okay. That's just common math. That's just probability. All right. And you learn that back in actuarial school. When I went to college, you learn that in statistics. Okay. And that's the shareholders, the people that buy the stocks or that buy the ETFs are the ones that really, throw that to the punch. Okay. And you got alpha intervals, and I'm not going to get nerdy on you, but there's a way to understand, right, that you can have a higher probability in certain things to make money, or a higher probability in certain ways to be able to benefit you, right? Whether it's income, whether it's growth, whether it's, long-term, short-term, and these things change.
Yeah.
And that wind changes direction all the time. Just like when I go fishing out the boat, right? If I'm out early in the morning and that wind shifts, I know I got to change something. I know I got to start going a different direction to hit those waves. Or, my trolling motor might not be set the right way. Or, maybe the snapper are going to be eating a little bit less at certain times of the day. The tides are shifting, right? These things are important when it comes to everything in financial too. And again, if you're out there and you're thinking to yourself, well, David, what way do I go? Or how do I fit into this plan? What do I need? What do I do? What's my purpose? This purpose. I have this purpose for my money. How do I assess that purpose and goal towards my money? Or maybe it's my advisor that I'm with assessing that purpose the right way. Come in for a second opinion. I can sit down and tell you. It's very, very, very simple. Again, my number is 850-565-1705. That number is 850-565-1705.
And if you like that video, be sure to click the subscribe button and hit the notifications bell for weekly content just like this. And for more, click the video on your screen.